Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tea and Chat. I'm Sharis Alldredge, and this is my sister wife, Vanessa.
Hi.
What tea do we have today?
Okay, today we have spicy Seattle chai. It's a market spice tea, and it's really delicious. It's got, the spice comes from ginger, cardamom, and cello cherry peppercorns.
I mean, you had me at chai, so say less.
One of my favorite cold weather teas. And oh man, there's like probably a million different chais. So you got to try them all.
Yeah, there's exactly. Yes, life goal.
Yep. So Sharis, what are we talking about today?
Well, given the season, we thought we would talk about Valentine's Day.
Yep. It's a very interesting holiday in the world, as you know, for people in romantic relationships or people not in romantic relationships.
It can be a very polarizing holiday, depending on where you're at in your life.
And it's got a little extra element of complexity when you have a polygamous family.
Yeah.
So we just thought it'd be fun to go over the history of Valentine's Day and then also share some ideas of other families who we know, how they make the day special for their family when there are multiple women. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Hope you find it interesting.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to start with a brief history of Valentine's Day. Where did this come from? Why do we celebrate?
Because I don't even know. Sharis is the historian, so thank you. Teach me.
Okay, so the year is 268, and in Rome, the emperor at the time was Claudius II. And Valentine was a priest. It's actually unknown if he was a priest or a bishop, but regardless. So at this point in time in Rome, the promiscuity and the pedophilia, it was a horrible place to be. So the religious people at the time were really trying to teach and to get this message to the people, how important enduring love and committed marriages are. And so then Rome was invaded. Here comes the Goths. And Claudius II needed an army to fight these people. And they had some sort of a rule back then that if you were married, you didn't have to go to war. And so Claudius needed a very large army, and so he outlawed getting married. It was illegal to do so. You could not marry. And what Valentine did was he continued to marry people in secret. And he was eventually found out and arrested. The story goes that while he was in prison, he converted one of his guards to Christianity, and this guard had a daughter who was blind. And this guard brought his daughter to Valentine, and he healed her. And before he died, Valentine wrote a message to this girl and signed it, "Your Valentine." So then, time passed and Valentine was beheaded on February 14th in the year 269. So that's where we get the name Valentine. That's where we get the date of February 14th. And this idea of signing your messages, would you be my Valentine? Who's your Valentine? And so that's where the history of Valentine's Day comes from. There are some people who say it goes back even further to like a Roman celebration of fertility that has nothing to do with St. Valentine whatsoever, but that was celebrated at a similar time of the year. So anyway.
Well, that's very interesting to see where it came from. And it's kind of, I see the roots, but now it has become its own thing. Now it's become quite something.
Yeah, those roots have sprouted into something very different from the original day. Yeah.
Okay, well, flash forward several hundred years, couple thousand years almost.
Many, many years.
Yeah. So how do we celebrate it today? Obviously, everybody knows. You do things, you express your love through gifts and time and other things. Yeah. And it's kind of a big deal to a lot of people. It's that moment where women look forward to, do I get chocolates? Do I get flour? Whatever.
Do I get this relationship acknowledged?
Yes. So it can be kind of fraught for people because they don't want to misstep, or if they don't have special someone, they feel so lonely. And that's a sad element to me. Yeah. Being in a plural family, people ask us, how do you celebrate holidays? How do you do this? How do you do that? Well, Valentine's Day is interesting because if it's to acknowledge a romantic love, then presumably you want to be the center of attention for that day. And I'm going to suggest that isn't the only way to look at the holiday.
There's so many ways to celebrate the love around you. It's not, Valentine's Day is not just about romantic love, but enduring love and family love.
Yeah. I think that when people go into a holiday, you get traditions. Mm-hmm. Traditions are important and they're valuable, especially if you're coming from a world that says it looks a certain way and maybe you subscribe to that for years and years. It's hard to change that up. But we need to look at the root of it.
Yeah.
Are you celebrating Valentine's Day to find meaning in your relationship, to acknowledge the love you have for somebody? Those are good things. Those are good things to pursue. They're not bad to want. So probably the most obvious issue with having a polygamous family is who gets to celebrate on that day. Like, well, what if Jeff's like, okay, I'm going to take you out for a date for Valentine's Day. Well, we either have to split the date, or if we want to do one-on-one, well, then one of us can have Valentine's Day. Like, how do we do that? My question to you is, what's so important about February 14th that your celebrations have to have that day?
Yeah. I mean, we acknowledge February 14th because that's the day Valentine was beheaded. And if you are hell-bent on celebrating your relationship on a day somebody was beheaded, I have a list. There's so many people in history who have been beheaded. You could pick their
execution. Pick an alternative.
King Charles,
what you have to offer.
There's King Charles I on January 30th. That's a good one. Okay. Lady Jane Grey was beheaded on February 12th. You have options.
Hey, and if you're Saint Sebastian, killed with arrows.
Oh, very, very Cupid-like.
January 20th.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so here we go.
So if you need a martyrdom date to celebrate your romantic love, choose from an assortment. There's
so many options. So many options. This is just tip of the iceberg.
Yes. But we laugh, but okay. What is it that gives February 14th more value? Is there more love shown on February 14th than the 15th? Than the 12th? Mm-hmm. Or is it just a day to acknowledge that?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say there isn't more love to be had on the 14th than there is on the 15th. And so what you're looking for is meaning and acknowledgement, not a specific day. So Sharis and I have talked to several other polygamous families, and we'll just share a couple of ideas, the ways they celebrate it, and just show that there's many, many ways to skin a cat. There's many ways to celebrate Valentine's Day, or rather, there's many ways to celebrate the romantic love you have. And I will also say, a lot of children participate in this too. And many parents to their children give Valentines. So one, it's not just specifically romantic love. And two, it's for everybody.
Yeah.
And there's a multiplicity of ways to enjoy the sharing of the love that you have in your life with the other people around you.
Yeah.
So what are some ideas that you've come across?
So one of the families I talked to, they have 2 wives. And these wives live in separate homes. And honestly, Valentine's Day just isn't as important to one as it is the other. And so she said that throughout the years, they just kind of celebrate on their own time, or whatever level of importance they want to put into it. And I thought, okay, that's cool, that works. But then she's told me that this year, she and her sister wife are planning a surprise Valentine's Day dinner for their husband. They're putting it together, they're hosting, it's a surprise. He has no idea. And she said that, our husband does everything for us. And so this year we thought it would be fun to surprise him with Valentine's Day dinner. And I thought, oh, that's super sweet too. Mm-hmm. I really like that. And let's see, the next family I talked to said that Valentine's Day is all about the kids. The relationship that the dad has with the kids. And the whole day is spent doing fun activities or walks or whatever. It's for the dad and his children. They have a big sleepover in the living room and watch movies and eat popcorn. And I thought, that's great too. How many holidays are there out there that dads get to just focus on their kids?
Yeah.
And so I thought that was a great way to do it as well.
Yeah. One family that I talked to, there's quite a few wives in this family. And they've done different things over the year, but what they've kind of settled on that they most of them really enjoy is that they actually, all the wives get together and they plan a really nice dinner. They have it catered or they make it themselves. And they just make it something special for each of them, kind of celebrating the love that they have for each other and for their husband. And I think it's so beautiful.
Now, are the kids involved in that, or is it just for the adults?
That was just for the adults, though they do all make Valentines for their children and do something special for the kids as well. It's not, it's about love. And you can have love for so many people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. The last family I talked to, it's a huge family holiday for them. They decorate their house. Everybody gets Valentines, and the kids get very involved. they always pick some big, huge, fancy dinner like sushi or surf and turf. And the kids have said, this is my favorite holiday. I love Valentine's Day. And they make it about family.
No, those are really beautiful examples. And honestly, I think what you can see from this is that whatever the family is, like, you make it your own.
Yeah.
If you want to celebrate the love that you have, there's so many ways to do that. It doesn't have to be confined to the box that the world puts it in.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be confined to February 14th. But if you want to do it on that day, great. Then do it in this way or that way. Like, there's just endless ways that you can find something for your family or yourself that's deeply meaningful. You don't have to throw away tradition or go without because you live differently.
Yeah.
You can make something that gives you that same satisfaction and meaning. A lot of what we're saying are just suggestions. And I don't want anyone to feel like if I have a plural family, well, then I can't enjoy the holidays like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Just recognize that there's so many ways to bring meaning and value to your life, to your relationship. You might have to adjust things or do it a little different, but it doesn't mean you have to go without. It doesn't mean you have to let go of traditions, but you may need to change them or shift them or adjust the way that you perceive value from them. And that's very good and wholesome. Like, if you can expand your life to find meaning in more ways than you used to, that's better. So broaden your mind a little. Yeah. And honestly, at the end of the day, make it your own. If you need to have something special, you want to have something to look for, then make it happen in a way that works for you, that works for your family, the dynamic. Mm-hmm. By all means, celebrate love in whatever way is best. But just recognize that it doesn't have to be in a little box the way the world tells you it has to be. It can be whatever you want. There's much love to be had, much beauty to experience. So
yeah, it's very true.
So yeah, any other thoughts?
I don't think so. Not today. I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and thank you so much for being here. We will see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.